Hello, 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 loves. I am looking back and forth between you and my desktop to see if it'll show up live on the desktop so I can see your comments. This screen is so little. Hopefully I can see comments on the phone as well, but we're going to give this a try. I'm refreshing my screen to see if it shows up live on the screen. Hopefully there's no feedback, but this is, a trial run, so we will see. Anywho, I am K.Hill, owner of Luvs.com, and tonight we are having Friday night CurlChat. Okay, it's going to be a short, quick hit with some easy tips. Tonight's topic is actually going to be about hair thinning and hair loss, and I'm going to give you some quick tips and styling ideas for how to work around hair loss and hair thinning while you're working on that issue, because of course we know there's no quick and easy remedy to it. It's kind of an ongoing process, something that you have to deal with, but as you're dealing with it, you still want to hang on to your cue card, right? So hey, there I am. So let's see if I can see comments. What I'm really thinking about is if the screen is, the words will be big enough that I can read them, because you see I have glasses, and so eyesight is a challenge. But anywho, seriously, welcome. Again, I'm K.Hill, owner of Luvs.com, and I offer natural hair accessories and hair maintenance tools for curls, coils, kinks, and locks. And tonight we're going to be talking about styling around hair thinning. And so I want to give you some quick tips as you head into the weekend, because the thing about it is we talk about, in the natural hair community, we talk about protective styling and kind of low maintenance hairstyles, but sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. Even protective styling is work, right? You have to put it in those braids. You have to, put it in the high bun, or, do the double strand twist. That's still, work in and of itself. And sometimes you just, not so much, don't want to do all that. So as you can see, I am wearing a turban. So for all my turbanistas out there, that's one styling option, and we'll talk about more of those later. But for right now, let's get into the tips, okay? I have my little notes here, so if you see me looking down, please forgive me. I'm just referring to my notes. And why am I talking about hair thinning tonight anyway? It's something that I'm actually experiencing myself. They say like women, once you get to a certain age, you start experiencing different hormonal changes, and hair thinning can be one of the effects of that. Hair thinning can come for a lot of reasons. Actually, it can come from hormonal imbalances. It can come from medical issues, of course. It can come from, you might have psoriasis or eczema. You might be under a lot of stress. I mean, there's so many different reasons. And part of that process of dealing with the hair thinning and, sometimes hair loss is that you kind of have to go through a process of trial and error, of kind of investigation to see what might be causing, because for every cause there's an effect. So you are experiencing an effect, and you have to work backwards to figure out what the cause is, right? And so that's one of the, I just lost my train of thought, but that is okay. We're going to keep it going. So let's get into the tips. So the first tip that I have for you is to stop the aggravation. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if you are used to wearing certain styles that pull on your hair and stress your hair, you have to stop doing that. I know that the style might be cute. I know it might be on trend. It might be popular. But if it's causing you to lose, the hair, hey Candace, hi. If it's causing you to have the thinning and losing the hair, you have to give up that style. I mean, it's just no way around it. And by that, sometimes we wear the weaves a little too long. We go to the braid shops that braid a little too tight. You know what I mean, where you get your braids done and then you have a headache for the next 4 days and you can't sleep. You have to sleep like this and your eyes won't close. I've been there. Can't do it. It's too much. It's too stressful on your hair. And those hair follicles are very tender. And so you have to protect them. You have to, you have to protect them, and you have to be vigilant about it. So you can't always go with the popular style. Okay, so I want you to first stop the aggravation. Whatever is aggravating that situation, you have to stop that action. Okay, the next tip that I want to give you is to seek professional help. Okay, and by that I mean a doctor, a dermatologist, a trichologist. Okay, I know we love YouTube. I love YouTube too. I'm on YouTube, but we cannot go to YouTube for all of our solutions. And if you are experiencing hair thinning or hair loss, that is something where you have to take it to the next level. Because like I said, there could be a medical issue going on. Everything can't be remedied with a mayonnaise, yogurt concoction. So you have, one of the best things is to in order to help you figure out what the cause is to see what might be going on inside first, okay? And then once you figure out what's going on inside, you can determine what's happening. It'll make more sense of what's happening outside, okay? Candace says, I've had braids literally full out the front of my entire head. Okay, I'm not really sure what you meant by that. Did you mean fall out? Let me know, because I'm trying to, let me know, I'll come back. But yes, so go, and that's what I did. Fall out, okay, fall out. Yeah, so, and I actually went to the dermatologist and am, going through that process as well. And one of the things she said was that she wanted me to have a blood test. She wanted to see if, what's going on. There might be issues, that are causing the hair loss that I would not know about if or not hair loss, hair thinning, if I just try to, attack it on my own. So I'm very appreciative of that. Also, she gave me some insights about the itching that I have on my scalp. My scalp always itches, and I did not connect that with the hair thinning. And I actually have a little bald spot right here. I'm not going to show you, but it was what initially caused the alarm and what sent me to the doctor in the first place, because that wasn't normal for me. And so I'm very grateful that I went to the doctor, and I'll be going back as well. Now, full disclosure, I'm not going to give any hair advice as far as medical issues are concerned, because I am not a doctor and I do not play one on the internets. So I will not be able to give that type of advice, but I'm just going to give you some kind of ways to cope, if that's okay with you. But what I can help with is what you can do on a day-to-day basis. And what I would recommend is a daily massage treatment. There are essential oils, and the doctor actually gave me a steroidal application, and I do put that on my scalp on the areas that are giving me the most concern, and which is the bald spot, but it's kind of like about a dime size right now. But I also did some research on my own, and I came up with an essential oil blend that I use in conjunction with the treatment that she gave me. And because there are essential oils that help with hair thinning and hair loss. For example, lavender, rosemary, clary sage, frankincense, and my all-time favorite go-to essential oil is tea tree oil. I cannot sing enough praises about tea tree oil. It's great. It's a great antiseptic. It's a great antifungal. And it really does help calm your scalp. I notice what I use is, I'll show you, this is my little jar here that I mix, and it has a pointed tip. So I can just go, like if my hair is in, sometimes I'll do flat twists, I can just go in between the twists like that. But I use a base of castor oil for my carrier oil. And it's a heavy oil, so if you have thinner hair, like finer hair, it might be a little too heavy for you, but for me it's okay. You could also use argan oil or carrot seed oil as your carrier oil as well. But in this batch, I mixed tea tree oil, I mixed rosemary oil, frankincense, and what was the other one? Did I say rosemary already? Yeah. So I mixed rosemary, and I put that on once or twice a day, and that helps calm it down. And then I just massage it. I massage the spots that are itching. I massage really the whole scalp, and also want to remind you, if you do have an itchy scalp, I know you want to scratch, right? I mean, we want to relieve that tension, but the hair follicles are very delicate, and you do not want to use your nails to scratch your scalp. It's instinctive, I know. We all just automatically scratch with our nails. But try to remember, when you're scratching your scalp, use the pad of your finger and just like this, right? You might have to put a little note on the mirror in the bathroom or in the shower or something to remind yourself until you get used to it, because it's a different way of doing things. We just don't normally think to use the pads of our fingers, but that really is better for your scalp than using your nails. Okay, so try to remember that. That was tip number 3. Let's see. Okay, so let me know, are those tips helpful? Are you looking for some other kind of secrets? Throw out a question in the comment section and let me know, and I'll chime in with that. But those are my top tips. 1, stop the aggravation. Okay, whatever it is you're doing that's aggravating that area, you have to stop that right away. 2nd, seek professional help to get an assessment of what might be going on initially, right? Before you start your at-home solutions or any, whatever you decide to do, whether you decide to go to the allopathic route or the homeopathic route, whatever you decide, just be armed with all of the information. That's the only thing that I'm suggesting. And then the 3rd tip is the daily massage treatments with your remedy of choice. It might be a spray, it might be an essential oil blend, it might be a prescribed medication for your scalp. Whatever that is, incorporate it into your regimen with a daily massage, a gentle massage on your scalp, because your scalp enjoys that stimulation, and that will help revive the hair follicles and get them back into shape. Of course, I don't mean to suggest that this is the cure-all for everything. Of course, if you have deeper issues going on, a massage is not going to instantly grow your hair back. I don't mean to suggest that, but for the more entry-level issues, it will definitely help. So, okay, so it's Friday night, right? And we're getting ready for the weekend. We have things to do, and we don't have a lot of time. And we sometimes, like I said earlier, you just might not feel like putting all that effort into doing your hair. I mean, for us naturals, it can become a half-day process if we let it get out of hand, right? And sometimes you just don't want to spend all of that time styling. What I have for you today are my turbans. And these are some turbans that I recently created. And this is actually what I've been using lately to give my hair a rest, because I did not want to do the styling as I'm dealing with the daily massages and different things like that. I still want to you know, go out and be presentable, right? You know, and I know you guys, you don't want your cute card being pulled simply because you might have something else going on. So I want to show you two styles. I have two styles. I have my Ankara turbans, and then I have my Copacabana turbans. This style that you see right here is part of the Copacabana line, and it has the crystal accent on the front. Can you see that? Okay, and it has lots of colors going on. So, and here's another one. I like color, and so you'll always see me. Thanks, Candace. You'll always see me in color or a little bit of bling. Actually, to be honest, I do it all. I can go from like boho chic to bling bling. I love it all, and I incorporate it all. So this is, you know, I haven't come up with names for all of them. So if you want to throw out a name, help me name her, because that will help me out a lot. Okay. And for my tropical ladies, you know, you're going to be at the beach. And this, you know, this would be actually really cute as we close out the summer. You know, we got, you know, I'm here in the Midwest, and it's been cool today, but it's supposed to warm up one more good time before we head into fall. So that's like the last time you get to wear your bathing suit or, you know, get outside. You can do this with a bathing suit and a nice little cover up. Okay, let me not have her looking crazy, right? And again, we have the crystal accent here. Okay, this one's a little large for her head, so she's kind of, I'm gonna put. And then for my ladies who like to be a little extra, you know those ladies, we have the gold lame. Actually, I'm not gonna put them on the heads anymore because it's taking too long. But this is my gold lame one. Does this kind of remind you of Blanche from Golden Girls? Wouldn't she rock something like this? We can update her a little bit. But you know, Blanche had a lot of style. And actually, am I the only one that watches Shaws of Sunset? Do you watch Shaws of Sunset? Have you seen that show on Bravo at all? Anyway, I love that show. And there's you watch it? Okay, cool. There is, you know, so Asa, very into her culture. She's Persian. She always rocks the kaftans, and, you know, very in touch with her culture. I think that's kind of what inspired this one, because she likes to wear the turbans. And, you know, with turbans, you know, my hair is all tucked in, right? But you don't have to wear it like that. It doesn't have to be a total cover up. You can have your hair coming out the back. You know, you might have some curls coming out the back. You might create a little side swipe. You can have a little bang, you know. So there's a lot of options when you want to rock the turban. Here's one that's a little more late subdued. And this is more natural. This features, still has the bling. You know, I like a little bit of bling, but it also has the natural cocoa shell as well. So, and this is more versatile in terms of, because it's the solid color, you can wear it with more things, right? And then I think this one is going to be called Rasta Rose. I don't know. But let me show you the Ankara turbans, right? So those come in the solid colors. But then I have the Ankara fabric on the front. Okay. Can you see that? And then I have one in pink. And then I have yellow for my sunshine. You know, especially when it's like a cloudy day, there's no sun out, you can. So anywho, those are the turbans that are going to be going up on the site tonight. So if you liked anything you saw, leave a comment. Oh, thanks, Candace. She said nice embellishment. Leave a comment, and I'll be putting it on the website tonight as well. And I will end on that note, I guess. That's all. I didn't want to drag this out too long. I just want to give you some quick styling options, some tips for dealing with hair thinning, and some quick styling options for the weekend when you do not feel like, yes, I will drop the link. Thank you for reminding me. For if you don't want to commit to a full-on style and all of that time to create that full-on style. So I hope this has been helpful. If you are watching the replay, if you're catching this on the replay, type replay and feel free to drop a comment, drop a question. I still will circle back and answer any questions that you might have about hair thinning and styling tips around hair thinning. And also, if you want to have, if you have some ideas of what you want to talk about in the next Curl Chat, let me know that as well. Friday night might not be the best night. Maybe we'll do it on a Sunday, Sunday evening. Let me know if that works better. I'm trying out different things to kind of get a groove here. So I appreciate any feedback that you have. And thank you for joining. Thank you for taking time to stop by. Again, I'm K.Hill of LockAccessories.com. I want you guys to have a great weekend. And until next time, be well.